Gallatin County officials are working together to get ready for coming coronavirus cases. Coming up, what they told me about local preparations for COVID-19.
Coronavirus tests, or COVID-19, are in high demand all across the country. I'm Gabby Crevitt, and coming up, I'll let you know what that means for Gallatin County.
Thank you, Gabby. 6:30 on this Tuesday. Chet Lehman, Caitlin Corbett at our respectable distances for social distancing.
6 feet.
How's life over there?
It's great. How's it nice over there?
It's lovely over here. I wonder how it is outside.
Oh, probably
We social
not
distance
as
Matt
good.
all the way to the patio. Snow continuing to fall. Buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I just did a little measurement here and just shy of 1.5 inches since the show started at 5 a.m. this morning. We had a new start time this morning and for the foreseeable future. Total accumulation this morning, I just measured that as well, of 2 3/4 inches. That's at the studio. So expect delays as you're driving this morning. We have snow and ice on Bozeman Pass and Homestake Pass down the Gallatin Canyon. Some light snow has been falling throughout the morning. I do expect to see conditions continue to be a little on the messy side as you head into the mid-morning, and then we're talking rain showers. Temperatures should be into the 40s for most of the area as you head into the mid-afternoon. We'll take another look at your forecast, road conditions, and all that, of course, coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. 6:31. He mentioned the new start time for the
Yes.
foreseeable future. Montana this morning will be running from 5 to 7. The big guy's not able to handle that time. They've changed some of their stuff because of problems in their New York City studios.
So we get it.
Montana this morning can handle anything. So you can tune in if you're home. Tune in at 5 o'clock. We're on from 5 to 7 as opposed to 5:30 to 7. So
A full extra half an hour of us.
there you go.
It's just what you need in your morning.
That's exactly right.
All right, 6:31 now. We're seeing another jump in coronavirus cases in the state and particularly in Gallatin County.
Yeah, the number of COVID-19 cases in Montana now stands at 45. Gallatin County leading the state with 16 cases. That includes the new confirmed ones from yesterday afternoon. One a male in his teens, another a female in her teens. Also a man in his 30s, a woman in her 40s, a woman in her 50s, and a man in his 60s. Yellowstone County, by the way, has 7 cases. Silver Bow County with 2, Madison County with 1. We, of course, will continue to update any new cases, both online and on air.
So as coronavirus cases continue to rise in Montana, local health officials are preparing and reacting. I sat down with officials from Bozeman Health and Gallatin City County to talk about one of the biggest factors, teamwork. All right, and we'll have that coming up in just a little bit, but meantime, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have set up guidelines for those who should be tested for coronavirus. The actual decisions about testing are made at a state and local level. MTN's Gabby Crevitt has the story of one Bozeman woman who believes she has the coronavirus but was unable to get tested.
Coronavirus, or COVID-19 tests, are in high demand all across the country, and Gallatin County is no different.
And it is undoubtable that we need more tests and that we need to build our capacity as a nation to do testing better and to do it more frequently.
The Gallatin City County Health Department held a press conference Sunday to address concerns of evidence of community transmission of coronavirus in the county. Health Officer Matt Kelly said this news would not bring major immediate changes to how testing is conducted.
It doesn't change it dramatically immediately. It just adds to the preponderance of the information out there that informs those decisions as they're made.
Claire Parsons lives in Gallatin County and is in her 30s. She believes she contracted the coronavirus. After calling to the local coronavirus hotline and sharing her symptoms, she was instructed to visit the hospital. Parsons was tested for influenza, but not the coronavirus. Nurses explained why.
You don't have any pre-existing conditions, and and there's not enough tests, and we have to reserve them for the high-risk people, and so we didn't test you.
In the state of Montana, based on federal challenges, we continue to be limited in the number of people that can be tested.
Bozeman Health says at this time they're testing those with a specific set of severe symptoms, a known exposure, or travel history to a place with a serious amount of confirmed cases.
I'm not making the argument that we don't need more tests. We absolutely do. But I want people to understand that getting a test does not suddenly solve the problem for you.
Parsons says this is something she understands at this point and knows health officials and clinics are in a bind across the country.
There's frustration right now because their hands are tied and they have to follow the guidelines, and make probably what are some really hard decisions.
Reporting in Bozeman, Gabby Crevitt, MTN News.
And Parsons continues to recover at home in quarantine. Meantime, the Butte Local Development Corporation is trying to get $200,000 in loans to help local small businesses. Those businesses being adversely affected by closures and partial shutdowns due to the coronavirus. If approved this week, small businesses will be able to apply for those loans.
We really want the business owners that have seen the pinch where they may not be able to exist a month from now. And so that's really who we're encouraging to apply, is the business owners that need this immediate assistance.
This stimulus must be approved by the Council of Commissioners at its regular meeting Wednesday at 7:30 in the evening.
New this morning, there's word Governor Steve Bullock has joined a chorus of calls to shut down Yellowstone National Park during the coronavirus pandemic. Gallatin City County Health Department Health Officer Matt Kelly has already written to Yellowstone Superintendent Cam Shawley asking him to close the park. Kelly also called Montana's congressional delegates and expressed his concerns about the park remaining open. Kelly says congressional staff members are receptive and understanding to his concerns. Also in a Facebook post, the Park County Health Department expressed similar support, saying a park closure would help reduce non-local traffic and large group congregation. TN News reached out to Yellowstone National Park. Park spokesperson will address COVID-19 concerns with a Facebook Live today starting at 11 o'clock. Also, cabin fever is starting to set in for some people, and that has them taking a look at their old camping gear. While most state and national parks have closed, campsites, some privately owned RV parks, and campgrounds are still open. A spokesperson for an RV group says reservations at parks are up about 5% for this time of year. Just because you can go camping doesn't make it a good idea. Shared restroom facilities could pose some risk of transmitting the virus. You could always go for a day hike instead if you just want to get out and enjoy nature.
Coming back to an earlier story, as coronavirus cases continue to rise in Montana, local health officials are preparing and reacting. I sat down with officials from Bozeman Health and Gallatin City County to talk about one of the biggest factors, teamwork.
And it really just kind of highlights how important it has been to have that relationship from the very beginning.
It's a time of uncertainty for Montanans as the coronavirus pandemic finally hits our state. In Gallatin County, officials with Bozeman Health and the City County Health Department started working together early on, forming a response team and preparing our healthcare system for what is now a public health emergency.
Yes, so Bozeman Health has been in a response mode since February 10th, when we had a first patient in our community suspected of having coronavirus or COVID-19. We have stood up our emergency operations plan and had an incident command team in the activation mode and the standby mode since February 10th.
And that team got right to work.
We have evaluated surge plans for an increased number of patients from both ambulatory, urgent care, our surgical services, and all of our inpatient services, as well as the emergency department. And we have identified over 30% extra beds that we could put into play as soon as tomorrow.
So what exactly goes into the working relationship between Bozeman Health and the City County Health Department? A lot of it comes down to communication.
More frequent phone calls, daily updates. We've both instituted our incident command structure because together we've really been able to make sure that our responses are coordinated and we're being reactive to the situation on the grounds. And again, just relying on the good relationships we've already created.
In Bozeman, Caitlin Corbett, MTN News. 6:38 now. With the way things are going right now, you might be ready to dunk your phone in bleach. But with so many gadgets and products to sanitize, which cleaners are best? Annie Taylor breaks it down.
Phones are filthy. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it. They are filthy.
During a time where most of us are washing our hands more than usual, Professor of Biology at Metro State University, Cheryl Zadowitz, says we forget about cleaning our phones.
People are taking their phones into the bathroom, they're taking it everywhere, they're setting it down, not thinking about, oh, maybe I should clean these.
There are plenty of products on the market claiming to disinfect your phone, ranging in price. Clorox wipes have hefty chemicals, but they cost far less, around $5. Rubbing alcohol wipes have the least amount of ingredients and cost just $3. And smartphone sanitizers use UV light to kill bacteria, but they'll set you back at minimum $50.
I'm a microbiologist, and I can say that I have never used a UV apparatus to disinfect my phone.
Dr. K says UV apparatuses are great in hospital and lab settings cleaning tools, but it's just not necessary for the average person to buy and use to clean your phone.
I use general wipes, whether they be alcohol or the Clorox wipes. You can even prepare just dilute bleach solution and put it on a cloth and then clean the surface of your phone with that.
Professor Cheryl has a few tips when using wipes. 30 seconds is a sufficient amount of time to wipe down the screen and get into all the cracks and crevices of your phone. And when it comes to how many times you should clean your phone, once a day will do. I'm Annie Taylor reporting.
All right, shifting it up to something a little more appetizing now. Restaurants around the country teaming up to get Americans to eat out. They've dubbed today the Great American Takeout Day. Coalition of restaurants are calling on everyone in the nation to order out. Some are even offering deals and free delivery. The push comes as the restaurant industry struggles with the coronavirus pandemic. The industry estimates up to 7 million people will lose their jobs in the next 3 months because of the pandemic.
So on our website right now, you'll find We're Open Montana.
That's right. On the top line at the right-hand side, it's a place to find out who's got takeout, who you can get goods from curbside, even online gym classes. It's the new normal, and it's all coming together to do what's right to get through fighting the virus. And of course, supporting our local businesses, which is something we're all about as well.
And I think we're adding businesses to that all the time.
Absolutely
so it's growing and
so keep checking in.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know I've gotten takeout a couple times already. But
I've tried to support our local businesses doing the same thing, and I appreciate their efforts to make it happen.
Me
so,
too.
There we go. Just
Support
hang in
them
there,
all.
people.
Yep,
Hang in there.
Hang in there.
You have viewers, hang in there too, because we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, still no deal on a coronavirus aid package from the Senate floor. We'll show you where it stands, what stands in the way next. But first, here's what's coming up on CBS This Morning.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, Dr. John LaPook on new clues that may help diagnose the coronavirus. We'll also speak to volunteers who are helping those who are most in need during this pandemic. And first on CBS This Morning, the CEO of Ford Motor Company will tell us how the automaker plans to help tackle this crisis. And Trevor Noah on the importance of humor during hard times. We'll see you at 7.